open command prompt there. See here, I am opening the command prompt, not here now onwards. Okay, external command prompt I don't want to use. Inside the Visual Studio Code itself, they provided you some terminals, command prompts. It's working like command prompt, equal to command prompt only. There is no difference. So that how I can open the command prompt here means control tilde, otherwise terminal. Okay, just new terminal, click on that. This is the terminal, it's open. It's simply working like what? It's simply working like your command prompt only. Now, where it's open, can anyone tell? Where it's open? Inside my React app folder. That means here, inside this my React app folder only, my package.json there or not. So that, yes, I am in the package.json folder. Perfect. Okay, where is your libraries you mentioned? Where you mentioned it in the package.json only. That's it. Okay. Now I am in the package.json. One person is required. Okay. Read the dependencies in the package.json. Who is that guy? Means, okay, my node package manager only. Read the dependencies property. How we can read means by the command name is like a install is the command. npm install is the command. Okay. npm install command. If you run this command, what it's going to check? You know, two things it's going to check. First, okay, this particular command where it's running, my React app. Okay, now inside of my React app, package.json is there or not, it's going to check. If the package.json is there, then the time read that package.json, check for the dependencies. Inside the dependency, the dependency is there. Whatever the dependencies you mentioned, okay, that dependencies are going to download into your project folder, Once you downloaded, where it's going to place? Okay, here, where it's going to place means it creates a new folder. Okay, name is like node_modules. Okay, it creates a new folder. Name is like what? Node_modules. See, it's not specific to React. Okay, this is for all UI technologies. Okay, so that npm install command first it is going to check for what? Package.json. For example, package.json is not there. Package.json is not there. So that can we run this command? Okay. Inside this folder, looking for what? Package.json. See here, no such file or directory. Okay, inside this particular file path. Okay, package.json file is not there. It gives me the error. Okay, it gives not error. It's a warning. Okay, so that make sure wherever you are going to run this command, okay, in that folder, my package.json should be there or not? Should be there. Perfect. Now you can change like yes, package.json is there. Now package.json is there. Now this command looking for which property. Inside this multiple properties are there, right? Name is there, version is there, private, dependencies, scripts. Okay, which properties is going to check? Okay, it is going to check for which properties? Dependencies properties. If the dependencies property is not there, two properties going to check. Not only dependencies, it has dependencies are there. I will tell what is the difference between dependencies and dependencies at the time of Webpack discussion. Okay, for now you can keep this in your mind, like my npm install command checking for two properties in the package.json. One is like dependencies, another one is like dependencies. Now my dependencies property is not there. Okay, dependencies is not there. Leave it. Dependencies property also not there. Now which property is the dependencies? One is there. Now click on this. Now my package.json is there, but my dependencies property is not there. Then what happened? We'll see. Okay, now see here. npm node is created package log.json. One package log.json is created, but nothing is there to download or not. That means there is no libraries are there. I didn't find any libraries to download here. That is the thing is happened. Understand or not? Up here, okay. Okay, now what I'm doing is, what is the package.json and what is the package log.json means? My package.json contains all your dependencies and application running commands. My package log.json, which contains the versioning management of your libraries. Okay, for now, there is no need to touch this one. There is no need to bother. It is just not to open also, not required to open also. So that nothing is there to download. Now, can I remove this one? Can I remove this one? No. Can I run this command? And one more thing you have to keep in your mind, while running this command, my internet should be enabled. My internet should be enabled. Why? These libraries is coming from where? Coming from your mission or out of your mission? My node package manager, somewhere he mentioned he stored all your UI libraries. From there, you have to take into your mission or not. That means you have to connect some, okay, you have to connect with some other mission which is out of, okay, out of your network, okay, or not. Okay, through how you can connect out of your mission to internet only or not, so that internet should be enabled. So now click on enter. Now see this, my npm install command, check for the package.json. This package.json is there, and read switch property, dependency property. If it is there, now it's going to download all your dependencies and place into your project folder. Okay, where? Inside the node modules, by creating one of the folder called as the node modules folder or not. One of the folder called as what? Node modules folder or not. Now it takes some time. Keep it aside, no problem at all. Now how many folders are there? 1, 2 folders are there. There has one more folder will create. What is the folder name? Node modules is the folder name. Okay, the thing is here multiple commands are there. Okay, how many commands? Okay, first one is like npm is nothing but Node.js software. Okay, another one is like npm. Okay, npm install -g create react app is the command. The next one is like what? Create react app. Create react app and my app. And then one more command to create the component, npm install -g create react component. I want to create one of the component, like what? Create react component. My component is name like okay. These many commands, Within these commands, how many commands are like one-time installation commands? Okay, how many commands has to install each and every time? Can anyone guess? Okay, these many things we discussed. Okay, which are like one time we can install, that is enough. Okay, which are like every time. Okay, here the thing is Node.js software. It's a software. Okay, just you install. Every time do you want to install the software? Once installed in your mission, I think is required to install again or not. Okay, this is one time. Okay, npm install -g create react app command. System level you install global. Okay, that means one time installed. Next time onwards, you can create any number of applications or not. This is one application and this is one application. Like this, you can create any number of applications or not. Second application. Okay, like this you can any number of applications you can create or not. Now come to this part now. Okay, now tell me how many times this particular command has to run. How many applications you want? Me to create? One application for login, another application for another school application, another one is like online test. Like this, different applications are there. That different times is nothing but okay. Based on your requirement, you should have to run this particular command or not to create your application skeletons. How many applications? One application for online test, another application for another one, another application for school management system, like this. That's it. Okay, so this command, based on your requirement, you have to run it or not. Once your application you run, then the time you should have to install what? Your libraries and everything or not. My application related one application has specific libraries. Another application has their own library, so that you have to get that libraries or not. So once it is done, you have to install it or not. Okay, first time there is no bother about this one. There is no need to think about this one. Why? Because by default my npm install command also run by create react app only. No problem at all. Okay, just for our purpose, I'm explaining in this way. Okay, done. Okay, here you create one more application. Then the time you should have to create. Okay, you should have to run npm install again or not. If you want to get the libraries into that application, okay, because libraries are specific to that application only or not. Okay, what about this command? Can anyone tell? Okay, one time only or not? System level, one time. Okay, how many components you want, where you want, that many times you can run this command or not. That's it. Okay, now this here, if you observe in the past, it's like 2 folders. Now there has one more folder created or not. Understand? Okay, that folder contains what? What you're expecting in that folder? In that folder, what you're expecting? Can anyone tell? Inside that folder, what you're expecting? Inside that folder, I'm expecting these libraries or not. One is like React, and one is like React DOM, another one is like React scripts. These libraries I'm expecting or not. So that how we can expect, just wait. Okay, it takes some time. Okay, not yet completed. Okay, don't think about these warnings and everything. Okay, duplicated, just leave it. No problem at all. No problem at all. Okay, now tell me. My question is, how I can get the node modules? How I can get the node modules? How I can get the node modules? My node modules contains what? Yes. If you want to get the node modules, I should have to run npm install command or not. If you want to run npm install command, what you need it? Which file is required? If you want to run npm install command, which file is required? My npm install command reads which file? Package.json or not? Package.json or not? My package.json contains multiple things. Okay, it is looking for which property to read your dependencies. It is looking for which property to read your dependencies. It is looking for which property. Dependencies is one property. Another property is what? Dev dependencies or not. That one keep in your mind for now. Hold. Okay, it is looking for two properties. Inside this property, if you have that particular libraries, then the time those libraries will download into your application. Where is my application? Application root folder, my React app into your application by creating which folder? By creating which folder? Node underscore modules folder. Okay, it is creates one folder node underscore module and placed your libraries inside that node underscore modules or not. Okay, it is not only for React, any UI technology if you take, but this is only the process. All your UI related libraries we are going to mention within the package.json. By running npm install command, my npm install command reads your package.json and check for the dependency property, whatever the libraries you mentioned within the dependency property, it reads and download those libraries and keep inside one of the folder called as a node underscore modules folder. Okay, that is the thing is happen. Okay, see, it's taking so much time. Okay, this is like version management. See here, okay, which versions you are using like this. Okay, this is, okay, it still is going on. Okay, there is no need to touch this one. There is no need to touch this one. Okay, wait, it is taking some time. I will tell. Up to okay? Up to okay? Okay, here, okay, you said like this is the version. Okay, here you can change that version related stuff. Okay, I will show you once it is created. I'll show you what it contains. Okay, it takes some time, not yet created. Okay, I will tell. Now come here. Can we check remaining files and folders? Okay, readme folder. About readme, you know, right? Okay, how to run your application, how to run your test cases. Once my application development is completed, how to build your application. Okay, these all commands you can see in the readme folder, readme file. Okay, this is the file given by who? Given by my Facebook people only. If you want to get some more information, if you want to create React app, just go to this one. Okay, now see this is the one completed or not. Now open the package.json. If you open the package.json here, the thing is, what is our application name? Okay, what is your application version? Okay, this version we are using, like for example, you developed one application. Today you deployed that application. Okay, that means you published. After few months, okay, you may get like some more features to add from the client, so that features also you develop and then you are going to deploy. That is my second version, like that, second version. Okay, here the name is like your project name. Anything you can give it, no problem at all. Okay, the concentration you have to focus on the dependencies and dev dependencies. And this is the scripts one to run your application. How you can run, I will tell. Okay, now this is the package.json contents. If you package log.json, if you observe, see this dependencies from where you are getting this particular properties and everything, how you can download all these things he mentioned here. Okay, see internally they are using, okay, internally they are using like which libraries, the dependency libraries and everything they mentioned. In the React script also they are using like what, backed one only. Okay, to run your application, JSON related stuff. Okay, debugging, this is one more libraries. These all are like required libraries to run your application. Inside the dependencies, if you observe, simply you can say like version management of this one. Okay, this is the one. Okay, otherwise you can, if you want clear definition, package.json .log versus package.json. Okay, you can go with the Stack Overflow. What is the role of package log.json? It stores an exact version dependencies tree rather than using the stored version like package.json itself. It's like version management, that's it. You can say. Okay, that particular whatever the dependencies are there, which are depending upon any other, those versions also they are managing there. Okay, if you want, you can go through this one. Now come here. Now come here. These three files is okay. Node modules folder. Node modules folder, which contains all your dependencies. Now, if I open the node module, see this how big it was. See this? You said like only 3 libraries, right? You said like only 3 libraries, right? Okay, but here, see how many libraries they mentioned. How many libraries? These all are like my React is depending upon any other libraries to run your application. Any servers are required. All these things are available in the node modules. Within this one, somewhere you can find your React also. Somewhere you can find your React also. Can you go MNOPQR? This is the one, right? See this React. Okay, if I open this one, see this, my React development.js lost but one. See this, my React development.js, my file is there or not there? Yes or no? This one only, right? I downloaded from where? Google in the past. Okay, same like this, my React DOM itself. Yes, React DOM. React DOM. You can ask one question like, hey, you said like only 3 libraries. That library is only downloaded, but in the node modules there is so many things are there. These are like internal dependencies and everything. Okay, so that if you want to, okay, for example, you joined one company. Okay, you need this application. Okay, to work on this application, you need it. For example, think like that. Okay, most of the times you can get from the Git or Bitbucket or any one of the version control, we can use it. For example, today, okay, that credentials you didn't get, that's the reason you are not able to clone from the Git. So how I can give, okay, how I can give this particular application to you, Okay, if I give this application all files and folders, if you see this node module, see this how much size it was, how big it was. Okay, if I open this one again, folders and files. Okay, if I open this one again, folders and files. See this how much big it was. If I zip this one, if I'm trying to send through mail or whatever it is, drive or something, then that time it takes so much time. Then that time, do you want me to share these node modules with any other person? Do you want me to share these node modules? Is that node modules created by developer? No, right? No, right? That node modules created by node package manager by reading your package.json or not. If the package.json is there, then that time by running npm install command, okay, we can easily get the node modules or not. So that it's not like a shareable folder. You should not share it to anyone. Okay, you should not commit also. You should not commit also. I will tell what is commit and everything version control means. Okay, understand or not? Okay, simply the node modules folder you can get by running npm install command. Then that way I need to share it. Okay, ask him to run npm install command. Understand or not? Okay, now you can understand. Readme and package.json, package log.json, and node mod is done. Now, can we concentrate on the next part? Now come here. Okay. Now open this box. See. How much part completed in this one? First part completed or not? Agreed? Libraries you downloaded or not? Yes or no? First part completed or not? Yeah. Now the next one. Row number 5. Okay, line number 5. Line number 5. Tell me. What is that? Whatever the technology, whatever the UI technology, whatever the client-side technology is not a matter. Okay, inside the browser, if you want to display something, okay, we can run only one file within the browser. Which file that is? HTML. That is like container. Remaining all, okay, whatever the content is there, that content you can place within the container. So that you should have to create one HTML file. You should have to place this container inside the HTML file or not. Only one file it's going to load. Remaining all files and content come and load inside that file only or not. So that my React is like which type of application? Only one file is going to load. Remaining all come and load inside that file only, inside that container only. So that it's like a single page application or not. Yes, PA. Okay. Now this particular one. Okay, where you are going to write? In which file you are going to write? Index.html or not? So if I open the public folder, now see, automatically there has by default one file is there. Okay, remaining all are favicons. Okay, some of the images if you want to add, all these things are available. Index.html file is there or not there? Yes. Can I open this one? Yes. Okay, inside HTML there is like meta tags are there, link tags are there for favicon. Okay, now if you come down, can you see line number 31? What it contains? Line number 31. My line number 31 has your container or not? Has your container or not? Is equals to this one or not? Yes or no? Remaining all things, just leave it. Has your container or not? Perfect. My container is there, and this is only the file recognized by whom? My server. My server by default recognizes index.html only or index.js. Other than that, there is no file is going to recognize or index.php. Okay, no files will recognize. So that my server is going to recognize this file, and this file is going to load inside the browser. Okay, now my container loaded. Inside the container, you have to place content, right? Yes or no? Who can place? Who can render content inside the container? Who can render content inside the container? Which library? My React DOM library is going to render your content inside the container or not. From your HTML side, this is the root file. Okay. From your JS side, okay, from your JavaScript side, which file is the root file? You know, index.js is the file. See, now come to the source folder. Inside the source folder, there has multiple files and folders are there. Index.html, yes, you should have to keep that index.html. That is only by default is going to run that. By default, it's going to recognize it by the server. Okay. Now if I open the source folder, now see my index.js somewhere you can find. Okay, multiple JS files are there. Just leave it. I will tell each and every file. Can you go to the index.js file? Okay. Can you read that? Can you read line number 8? Line number 8. Can you read it? How it looks like? Come on. How it looks like? It is equals to my line number 25 or not? My line number 25 or not? See here, my line number 25 and this one both are like same or not? Yes or no? Okay, my execution is going to start from where? From here only or not? React DOM.render. Once my container loaded, you can take the container reference, first part completed. Inside the container, you should have to load your component or not. Which component you are loading? Come on. Which component you are loading? App is my component. See, this app is coming from where? Can we check now? This app is coming from where? Is my app is available inside this particular file? Like this. Is my box is available inside this particular file? But here is my app is there. No, now I already told you it's a clean separation. So that now can you check for this app? Just double click on this one. Now see, this is my app I imported from this particular path or not. Can anyone check? Dot is nothing but what? Inside the same folder. Okay, index.js is available inside the source. Source is my same folder. Inside the same folder, what is my file name? app.js. So that this is my app.js or not. Now see this. Inside my app.js folder. Okay, app.js file. Can anyone explain me this one? This function app return something. Okay, this is what now? This is my functional component or not? Okay, from my app.js I exported, from my index.js I imported, so that whatever the app contains, that particular one, okay, bootstrap leave it, that particular one is going to render inside the container or not. See this, all are covered or not. It's like what? Functional component, that's it. Okay, that's CSS, everything I will tell you.
Sorry, sir. In index.js, we are calling ID root. Document.getElement by ID root. But this root is in HTML file, right?
Yes.
How are we linking these two?
No. From my server, first it is going to load index.html. Okay, load index.html inside the browser. Once something loaded inside the browser, by using document, wherever you want, you can get it. Document is nothing but what? Okay, all your DOM content. Okay, at this particular time, whenever my index.js is going to load, at that time, my index.html already loaded. That means inside my DOM, my element, my container already loaded inside the browser. Once my container loaded inside the browser, wherever you want in your JavaScript, wherever you want, you can get that particular element reference document.getElement by ID of root. Okay, that is the thing is happened. Perfect. Now this particular component is going to load inside the container. Now I want to run this application. How we can run? In the past, my box.html is there. Simply you double click on this one. But now, how I can run this application? This application I don't want to run in a file protocol. I want to run in one server. How I can run means, now come to the package.json. Now see, there has one dependency folder properties there to mention your libraries. Here the scripts one more property is there to run your application. The command is like start. To build your application, the command is this one. To test your application, this one. To convert into webpack, this one. Okay, webpack separate discussion is there, just leave it. Okay, now can we run this application? Okay, how we can run? By calling this start command or not? By calling this start command. So let's do that. Who reads the package.json? My npm. Which command you want me to read? Okay, which command you want me to run? Start. So that just click on this. Now say my npm start, okay, runs what? React script start command. Okay, React script start command. Okay, my React scripts, what is going to do? Internally, you're using like Babel to compile your content, and then it is going to run your application in one of the server. Okay, localhost server, localhost only, in my machine only, with some port number. See, something already running 3000 by default it's going to use already, that is there. Okay, it's asked you like the question, would you like to run in another port number? I said like yes, so that it is going to run on the next one. Okay, 3000 already occupied by some other, okay, some other applications. So now it is going to run on localhost 3001. Now say this. Now can anyone tell what is my output? What is my output? What is visible to the end user? Come on, here this is my content. Whatever the content is going to render inside the content, that is only visible to the end user or not. So this is my content. Content is coming from app component. So this is my content or not. Okay, see, my localhost 3001. Okay, now my welcome is going to be visible to the end user or not. Localhost 3001 is my URL. Now come here. Can I click on this? Yes. Still it's compiling, I guess. That's welcome. Now see, this is which protocol? This is which protocol? It's not like a file protocol. It's like HTTP protocol or not? HTTP protocol or not? Okay. Now, can you come here? If you do some changes, okay, if you do some changes, then the time there is no need to refresh your page. If I save it, now see, auto compiling is happened. Okay, automatically the changes are going to push into your browser or not. Live reload it's called as. Live reload also happened or not. Understand or not? Okay. Okay. How it's coming in the middle means because of this CSS. This CSS related stuff I will tell. Okay. What is this app.css? What is this index.css? I will tell. Okay. For now, can you complete all these things? Okay. From your end, what you have to do is create one application by using the command create React app. Just run. Okay. Just display hello world program by using create React app application. Okay. Tomorrow we are going to start with our actual discussion is like what? Our requirement is what? Our requirement is like I want to create one website, header and footer. Okay, home, about, contact, service. These are the menu items. If I click on the home has to display all these things we are going to discuss. Okay, from your end, complete up to here.
Sir, sorry, sir. Somewhere I missed a small point. How we are calling that index.js? Sorry, I missed that point.
My React scripts are there, right? Okay, inside that one, my server is going to start. That guy is going to take care of index.js. Okay, from
Okay.
your HTML side, okay, index.html, JS side, index.js. That guy is going to take care.
Thank you.
Okay, okay then. Thanks guys. Thanks for joining. Just complete up to here.